Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about innate immunity. So let us know what is immunity. Immunity is the resistance to the infection and infectious agents. This involves the process of recognition and disposal of non-self or other foreign material or agent that invades the body, which causes the diseases. Types of immunity. Immunity is broadly classified into two types, namely innate immunity, and second one is adaptive immunity. Innate immunity is also known as natural immunity. Adaptive immunity is also known as acquired immunity. Let us discuss about innate immunity. Innate immunity is also known as non-specific immunity. All living organisms are naturally gifted with the resistance to certain infections from birth, and this natural mechanism of resistance is known as natural immunity. So that means by birth we are getting resistance power, that is known as natural immunity. Innate immunity includes the general protective reactions of organisms against the invasion of pathogenic microorganisms or any infectious agent. Hence it is called non-specific immunity. Innate immunity operates through these factors. They are namely physical and mechanical factors, biochemical factors, cellular factors, genetic factors, and other factors. Come to first one, physical and mechanical factors. In this again some other side headings are there. So that means some different types of physical and mechanical factors are there. They are namely skin, mucous membrane, cilia, coughing and sneezing, peristalsis, and tears, saliva and urine. So let us know about the skin. The intact skin is said to be the first line of defense or barrier of infection. When there is without any injuries, microorganisms cannot penetrate into it. Second one, mucous membrane. The mucous membrane lining the various openings and passages of the body secrete mucus. The mucus traps the microorganisms because it is very sticky in nature. Third one, cilia. The epithelial cells of the respiratory passage are aligned with cilia. The bacteria and other microorganisms trapped in the mucus of the respiratory passages are swept away by their constant and vigorous movement. Coughing and sneezing. The mechanical actions such as coughing and sneezing help in driving out the infectious agents that enter into the trachea and the gut. Peristalsis. The microbes that enter the intestine escaping the above said barriers are pushed away by the peristaltic movements of the intestine before they could invade and grow there. Tears, saliva and urine. The conjunctiva of the eye is devoid of the foreign particle by flushing of the lacrimal gland secretion known generally as tears. Also, tears contain an enzyme, lysozyme, which is able to kill gram-positive bacteria. The mouth and the buccal cavity are constantly filled with saliva, which also kills the infectious agents. The washing action of the urine eliminates microbial organism from urethra. Second type, biochemical factors. Secretions of the skin. Normally, skin has bactericidal activity due to the presence of the highly concentrated salts in the drying sweat. The secretions of the skin glands and sweat glands has antiseptic nature and antibacterial due to the presence of lactic acid and other fatty acids in them. Secretions of the digestive tract. The high acidity of the stomach has a microbial effect due to it contains HCl, that means hydrochloric acid, in the gastric juice, which is secreted by oxyntic cells of the stomach wall lining. Human milk. Human milk is rich in antibiotic substance, namely lactoferritin, which fight against the infection of the E. coli and staphylococci. Nasal secretion and saliva. These secretions have mucopolysaccharides which inactivate the viruses. Lysozyme. Tears, nasal secretions, leukocytes, human milk and certain tissue fluids contains a mucolytic enzyme, that is N-acetyl muramidase, known as lysozyme. It helps in the lysis of the gram-positive bacteria. Interferon. These are a group of soluble non-toxic glycoproteins produced in small amounts by all the cells of the body. This is an antiviral agent which inhibits intracellular viral replication in cells infected with virus. Interferon appears in the cells before any detectable antibody for the virus could appear. It offers resistance by blocking viral mRNA transcription, thereby disrupting the viral life cycle. Interferons also enhance NK cells, that means natural killer cells, activity, thus offering immunity to cancer. They also inhibit cell proliferation in tumors and thereby assuring its use in cancer chemotherapy. Complement. The complement is a complex system of enzymatic proteins found in the serum and is activated characteristically by antigen and antibody activity complexes. Activation of the complement increases phagocytosis and destruction of the microbial organisms that enter into the body of individual. Properdin. This is a group of proteins present in the normal serum and is involved in resistance to infections. Along with the complement and magnesium, this causes a lysis of the gram-negative bacteria and inactivates certain viruses. Secretions of the bacterial flora. The bacterial flora of the skin produces antibacterial substances such as bacteriocins and acids. The bacteria that live in gut as commensal gut flora. They secrete colicin and acids which do not allow other microbes and infectious organisms into the body. They also stimulate the immune system to function against other microbes. If these commensals are removed by the antibiotics, the pathogenic infectious agents gain easy entry into the body. Semen. It contains bactericidal components, namely spermagine and zinc. Acute phase proteins. This is a group of plasma proteins which increase very rapidly during infection. An example of this group is C-reactive proteins, CRP, which is called because its ability to bind the C protein of pneumococci. This C protein binds the bacteria to it and activates complement system and facilitates phagocytosis. Third type, cellular factors. Here, first one is phagocytosis. This is known as cell eating. Cells involved in phagocytosis. The phagocytic cells were discovered by Meshchenikov in the year 1838, are of two types, namely macrophages and microphages. The macrophages are the polymorph nuclear leukocytes which include neutrophils, eosinophils and basophils. The macrophages are the mononuclear phagocytic system, also called as a reticuloendothelial system, which was derived from bone marrow. Process of phagocytosis. The process of phagocytosis includes the following steps. That is chemotaxis. It involves the movement of the phagocytes to the site of infection or inflammation in response to the chemotactic factors produced by the foreign infectious organisms or damaged or dead tissue. The next stage in phagocytosis is attachment of these phagocytes to these microbes. The attachment is promoted by opsonins, which forms a coating around the microbes. Once the attachment is made, the eating or ingestion begins. The cell membrane of the phagocytes produces pseudopodia around the infectious microbe, and thus it is completely enclosed in the vacuole and it is known as phagosome. The phagosome very soon unites with the lysosomes of the phagocytic cell and form phagolysosome, or also known as secondary lysosome. The next stage is the intracellular killing, which is initiated and done by antimicrobial substances produced by the lysosomes of the phagocytes, namely lysozyme, hydrogen peroxide and myeloperoxidase, etc. In addition, polymorphs have cationic proteins and lactoferritin, which have a microbicidal function. Later, the killed microbe and the damaged cells are digested by the hydrolytic enzymes of the lysosomes, followed by the elimination of the products to the exterior. Phagocytes can also kill neoplastic cancerous cells directly without ingesting them, but just by membrane contact, which is known as contractual cell injury. Next type, natural killer cells, NK cells. These are non-phagocytic lymphoid cells having large granules. Hence, these cells are also known as large granular lymphocytes. These cells exhibit natural cytotoxicity as they can kill a range of tumor cells and cells infested with any viruses without antigen specificity. Activation of the NK cells results in the extracellular release of